YouTube is changing, and these are my inner thoughts as someone who's been making YouTube videos for the past 6 years. Oh my god, the latest video tanked, everything's on fire, I'm gonna lose everything, I don't know what's happening.
YouTube is awesome!
It feels like I may as well just stop making videos. This is so bad. I need to stop checking my analytics. There's literally no in-between as a creator. Gotta fix my green screen. I've made over 500 videos on this YouTube channel, and it may not look like it because I had to delete a ton of them due to copyright strikes, because many of you may not know this, but I actually started this channel as a Food Wars reaction channel. And then it evolved from there, from reacting to anime to making the anime food, and then including video games into the mix as well. I love diving into the how-to of this, but over the past 1.5 to 2 years, YouTube hasn't liked it that much, with the odd outliers. This is what my YouTube graph looks like for the past year, and this is what it looks like for the past 6 years since I've been making YouTube videos. I won't complain because I've been able to turn this into kind of a new career thanks to you guys for watching the videos, for supporting the channel, for buying books, and supporting things like Cooking with Chaos. But unfortunately, a lot of that is still pretty unstable as a creator. As algorithms change and audiences grow up and people move on from the channel, I've started to realize that I also want to grow up. I also want to change as a creator. And I think I know what that next part is. And that's going from the how to the why and bringing them together like this is a classroom, you know, you have to have a how and a why. And don't worry, food isn't going anywhere. I'm still gonna be cooking in every single video, but now we're gonna dive into the deep end. I want to explore worlds like the worlds that are set in K-pop Demon Hunter. Yes, it's set in modern day South Korea, but with this fantastical element. Why did they choose to pick these foods in particular? Are they relevant to Korean culture today? With what age demographic? What do those foods taste like? What do they represent for the modern day person? How do we make those foods, and will they be delicious? I want to dive into some of my favorite anime of all time, like Naruto. Did you know that the Hatake clan, who is Kakashi's clan, were actually farmers originally? This was a clan that's almost never really talked about, but they were the ones responsible for a lot of the farming that happens in the world of Naruto. Kakashi is a farmer, and we didn't know this. Their clan may have been responsible for the very wheat that was supplied to Ichiraku. That's who? No one says these things. In Faerun, where Baldur's Gate 3 takes place, we see a ton of food. The Dungeons and Dragons universe is near and dear to my heart. We're actually starting a new campaign in a couple of weeks, and I'm so excited for it. But we don't really know about the food of this world. I want to dig into that. Why does a cleric's 6th level spell just summon a feast to buff you? That's one of the most powerful spells in the game. Do you know how much effective HP that one spell gives you? It's actually kind of ridiculous, and it's very overpowered. And if you play a cleric like I typically do, you should absolutely use this spell in Baldur's Gate 3. And then we're whisked away into the world of Gachiakuta, and I hope I pronounced that properly. I don't actually know if that's the right way to pronounce it, but it's an anime set in a very dystopian society where the higher class people live in a sphere above the original world or Earth or whatever it was, and they just dump all of their trash onto the world below. But in that world below, people are still living and thriving and building cities, and trash monsters exist, but they can still get beautiful canals and desserts, and they're still eating things like pizza. Where are they getting this stuff? We know that trash can be used as fertilizer, but is there more to this? How do I make these things? How do I go about discovering what these worlds really are? I don't know if you guys realize how much of a nerd I am, and when I hyperfixate on things like this, I actually get very obsessed. I love this stuff. Hi, Lucian. These worlds go deep, and I want to know how and why. And I want you guys to join me. Yeah, do you want to come up and say hi? And the way you can do that is with, of course, Patreon. And let me explain before you click off. Patreon not only helps sustain things on the channel, but it helps circumvent a lot of problems a lot of creators have on YouTube and other social medias by letting you know exactly what's happening with the videos you want to see. Are you done? Do you want that? That's fine. I live with cats. You'll be alerted when things go live, but also I like showing you guys what I'm working on so you see the project's progress. The very first video that I'm doing in this style is a love letter to Cyberpunk 2077 and the world that they built. Not only the world that they built, but the food that's part of that world. I don't think you're ready for how deep that rabbit hole goes. And it's a very, very interesting deep dive, not only into the lore of the food, but the world itself and how the people survived in it. That video took me an entire month to put together because I film everything myself, I edit everything myself, and I research everything myself with the help of a few other people in the community. The Cyberpunk video, I got some help from the Reddit community, and honestly, I don't think I could have done this without them. I love having community support and feedback in these videos, and I just want to make really cool, unique videos here on YouTube that you can watch for free or by supporting over on Patreon. And my goal is to make better and better how and why fantasy food videos. That's such a cool thing to me, and I can't do it without you. No matter how crazy YouTube gets or any algorithm pushes whatever you might be seeing, you can always find us on our little corner of the internet over at patreon.com/chefpk, and you can support for as little as $1 a month. That'll get you access to behind the scenes, it'll get you access to when videos are released, and you're gonna be able to see the videos ahead of time of here on YouTube. There's also other tiers that you can support on if you really wanna check those out, but this is just my way of saying we're in this together, or at least I hope we're in this together. Because I love having you guys here. I love nerding out with you about these little things that the worlds have that maybe people don't talk about. Lucian, do you know how, yeah, can we farm you? I have to buy this guy cat food, so much kitty food. Needless to say, I'm just happy I can do any of this. And it would be really, really cool to have maybe a nicer green screen and maybe a little bit of help with editing so it doesn't look like it was done by a 3-year-old. And if you want to support that, you can head over to patreon.com/chefpk where you can support for as little as $1 a month, and you're gonna be able to watch my video on Cyberpunk called The Deadly Food of Cyberpunk 2077 a full week early. I would love your feedback, and I'd love to see you guys there. My name is Chef PK, and remember, keep playing with your food. Lucian, let's go. Come on, we gotta disappear. Lucian. Really?